Good morning. Welcome to your satisfying Saturday. Today is let's just be satisfied with what is coming our way and let's learn and grow. So let's start our Peak State programming, our Power of Dreams programming, wherein we are going to manifest our dreams, visualize them, feel the excitement, share it, and let's have some fluid movement. So let's start our morning. Yes. Each one of us dream, each one of us believe, and each one of us achieve, and we succeed every single morning. How wonderful is that? All right, so let's move on to Luke Cotino and let's see what he has to say about our body this morning, what guidance is coming our way. So every morning we become a bit more clearer about our life, about the way we live, about the way we should respect our body and treat it, nurture it with love. And today is a beautiful, beautiful revelation. It's also advice. It's a lifestyle number 23. Stop thinking and start living. So as human beings, we are thinking all the time, right? From the time we wake up to the time we sleep, sometimes even in our sleep. And that's a good thing because otherwise life won't be that significant. So if you're thinking all the time, you need to examine the quality of those thoughts. Now, Luke says, I want you to focus on your breathing. Until the moment I asked you, you were unaware of it because it's an unconscious action. Similarly, you may be thinking all the time, but not paying attention to it. Every emotion you feel is because of a thought you have. You can't feel unhappiness without an unhappy thought. Anger without an angry thought. Jealousy without jealous thought. Lust, laziness, nothing. Thus, it becomes extremely important to monitor the countless thoughts going through your mind. However, it's not possible to do so every second of the day. Just like you can't constantly focus on your breathing. So very, very important for each one of us to know what are we doing, what are we thinking. Sometimes with the thoughts, it's not possible to always monitor our thoughts. We do say, think good, it'll happen good, right? But it's very easy to tell others to have positive thoughts. Yet it's not always practical. When someone is going through depression or feeling sad or worried, telling them think positive is just like scratching the surface. It's not a solution. Even the happiest people often have negative thoughts and stress. It all comes down to how you handle negativity in your life. You first must accept that negativity is real. I would like to illustrate this point with one of my experiences. In London, walking around the Oxford Circus, I came across an African American man speaking to the public. After his talk, I invited him to have a coffee with me. We got talking because I liked his views on life, sin, positivity, and negativity. During the conversation, he found out that my wife was pregnant. He told me, Luke, for the first 2 years of your child's life, observe him or her very carefully. Your child will show anger, jealousy, love, innocence, creativity, greed, laziness. I asked how it was possible because I had always believed we pick up these things as we grow up. He said, they just become more pronounced as we grow older. And if we can accept that, then we don't have to try and suppress or punish that behavior. We learn to accept it. Only when we accept them can we tame them. Ever since my daughter was born, I have seen each and every of those negative emotions, but I've never been worried because we're all born with them. So I don't know how many of us knew it, but it's nice that we all can think that, okay, I do have this negative. I am going through this negative emotion, and that's okay. What I can do is to change the situation. Firstly, be aligned. And for this, the minute I have something negative, I can take 3 deep breaths in, get centered, balance aligned as much as possible. Breathing will really help me in doing that, right? And thereafter, use the world of affirmations. So if I'm feeling jealous, I say an affirmation that I am content in the world that I am in. Yes, I'm not saying that you're feeling content, you are feeling jealous. And that's okay. You say that it's okay that I'm feeling jealous because this man has this much and I don't have this much, or whatever. Or whatever. But again, I'm going to reiterate the fact, fake it till you make it is a saying in the spiritual world. So you fake it that you're whole soul and complete. You try and do as much, and then gradually your subconscious mind will get conditioned. So now, most likely your pursuit is to be good all the time. So if you feel jealous, you criticize yourself and tell yourself you're bad. None of these are dangerous feelings unless you let them out of control. But if you keep suppressing them, they will come up again. Isn't that what we read yesterday in the Stephen Scott's book? That we're not supposed to suppress any emotion. We're supposed to go to the root cause. This makes you put on a mask and be something that you aren't. All that acting and overacting drains you of energy every single day. Coming back to negativity. When you know that a negative thought can result in a negative feeling or emotion, why would you want to give that thought more power and attention? So when you have a negative thought, you have the power to stop dwelling on it and allowing it to grow and grow. At that point, you could try focusing on a positive thought. So rather than rid yourself of bad thoughts, give them less attention by focusing on something positive in your life. Each every one of us has something positive in our lives, whether in the present or in the past. So very simple thing. Right now, Manish says, ki, Prachi, I'm having a headache. Okay, right. He is having a headache for whatever XYZ reasons. But he also knows that there is an affirmation for the headache to go. So if he's in the world of Louis Hay and Heal Your Body, he said, okay, fine. Either he reads that affirmation or he starts concentrating that, oh, my arms are working fine. Let me just go for a run, or let me just walk around, or let me just do something. Let me paint. He'll shift his energy from the headache into something which is not to do with the headache. And the minute our attention gets diverted, the minute we stop focusing on something, it stops growing. The same headache will grow so much more. I have a headache. I have a headache. I have a headache. Vis-a-vis, oh, I'm going to paint this little canvas. Or I'm going to just go for a run or whatever. Immediately attention changes and that headache will also shift out from the energy. Because remember one thing, nothing in life can stay without attention, not even a negative thought. To thrive, you need attention. That's a physical things. That's a human thing. Everyone needs love. So Louis Hay says that a small baby, if he or she is born and you don't give it love, the baby is going to die. So even the new baby needs love. So now let's understand this chapter a bit more. When in a negative situation, there are many things you can do. Call up someone who makes you happy, speak to someone who motivates you, or think of something that makes you really feel good about yourself. Every time you analyze your life, you are bound to find fault with it. Immerse yourself in living, spending time with people and things you like, and start detaching yourself from analyzing. So worst is analyzing. Jo ho gaya, like, right, you know. So if you start analyzing too much, so it's good to analyze some things like, okay, where am I heading? Am I learning something? Or am I progressing in my business portfolio or my relationships? That analysis is good. But if you start analyzing too much on especially negative stuff, then it's just not going to help you too much. You have to understand that, okay, this negative thing happened in my life, but for a reason, what has it taught me? Shift your focus on the teaching, which is again positive. So don't focus on who said what or the advice someone gave you on how you should be. I don't know a single person who, on reaching their ideal weight, said that they were happy. They've always another goal. They're just tuning their arms, butt, shoulder. Your thinking is what creates your life experiences. Accept that you have a dark side and a good side. There's no shame in having a dark side unless it's uncomfortable and you're allowing it to harm others or yourself. It's up to you and your inner awareness to manage it better. So if you expand in your dark side, it'll grow. If you expand in your light side, it'll grow. What do you want to expand? That depends upon you. Now, overthinking drains us completely. क्या हो जाएगा? ऐसे हो जाएगा? We are not astrologers. We can't think about the future so much. So why think so much? जो हमारे हाथ में ही नहीं है. Do your bit right now. Do the best to your integrity and let the magic unfold. If you're not mindful of at least a portion of your thoughts, the mindless chatter and random thoughts will drain you of energy that could be used by the body for so many actions, including fat burn. So let's understand that if you and I want to lose weight, we have to start focusing on the good things. If you and I'm happy, automatically the body will be in a very beautiful place. Weight will go, good things will happen. Yes, and when you start concentrating on breathing, Meenakshi, absolutely your mind shifts only there. So, and that's the most important thing. Take a breath in, take a breath out. And while breathing, you can start even mixing it with gratitude. So take a deep breath in, grateful. Take a deep breath out, grateful. So you can do that as well. All right. So yesterday we read about magic, and a lot of you must have done it. Today we are reading about another fact of magic, and a lot of us will be doing it. What is the magical exercise today all about? So on the left-hand side, you see a chair, a bench. You have a magician's bag. You have a magician's cap, or you can call it a normal person's cap. And there is like a hat. And you also see a magical wand. Now, let me tell you the good news is, dear friends, that you are the magic wand. You don't get the magic wand from somewhere. You are the magic wand. So relate yourself to that. Thomas Leonard, who was a personal development coach who crossed over in 2003, he said, people who wait for a magical wand fail to see that they are the magic wand. So अभी तक हम wait करते कहीं से कुछ आएगा and अरे वाह magic हो जाएगा and life will change. So let's understand that gratitude is an invisible but real force of energy. And coupled with the energy of your desire, it is like having a magic wand. So पहले आपकी intention है कि मुझे ये चीज चाहिए, उसके पहले आपका gratitude है. So we wake up to gratitude, we sleep to gratitude, we are all the time in the world of gratitude. And that's going to become a second part of it. So how many people by now, you've had about 27 days of magic, 3 days of introduction, 24 practices, or say 23 practices. How many of you have automatically started saying thank you for a lot of things and have started seeing things to be grateful for? Has that shift happened? Meenakshi has. Shami Ankur have, Shivani has, Ritu has, Chakpreet Supriya have, Ruchi has, fabulous, Shalu, Niraksha, great, Kunal, everyone. So now that we have been learning magic every single day and we've been practicing it, all of a sudden our attitude towards life has changed. What troubled us, irritated us, intrigued us is now just gone passe, because now we don't even think expand so much, knowing that we are the magicians. And the minute we have an attitude of gratitude, our entire lifespan changes. And then when we think of something, we attract it because our vibration is so high that law of attraction gives it to us. Like attracts like. So we're thinking good things and we attract the same good thing. That shift has already happened. So thank you for accepting that. Thank you so much. Rahul sir, let's turn the page. And so now on the right hand side, if you see on page number 209, there's an italic part. It's italicized. It says, thank you, thank you, thank you for this person's health wealth, or happiness? Excuse me. All right. So please understand that today is a day when all of us can, with our eyes, see someone else. That someone else can be anyone you love, or anybody you like, or anybody who matters to you. So we have to take the pictures. It could be from Facebook, it could be from your anywhere, or it could be a DP of a person. See the person, think and wish him wellness, whether he's suffering from health. So wish him health. If he's suffering from some financial issues, wish him wealth. If he's suffering from relationship issues, wish him happiness, or wish him the three. So this person we hold in a hand, we visualize him having the abundance, like, having great, maybe for abundance, you could see maybe a great house, maybe a great car, relationship, him on a picnic. For health, him just, doing a marathon, or like laughing, or waking up to happiness, whatever. 1 minute, one person, visualization, as if he's in the future enjoying whatever you're wishing him for. So whether it's health, wealth, happiness, or whatever, 3 people, 3 minutes, 3 situations is what we're supposed to look at. Just imagine that everything is absolutely rocking in his or her life. And that is today's exercise, where we're wishing the power of 3, something absolutely noteworthy. So let's turn the page. So yes, we're waking up to gratitude. We're thinking about those 3 people. We'll collect a picture or keep them on my DP, or look at the DP, and we'll practice this one person at a time. Open your eyes, in the photograph still in front of your words in your hands. Say the magic words. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this person's health, wealth, and happiness. One person done, tick off. Another person done, tick off. Another person done, tick off. And then this is what we are doing until all 3 people are complete. And in the night, we'll wake up to gratitude. We'll sleep to gratitude with the magic rock. So thank you, Rahul sir, for showcasing this book as well for all of us in this morning. Are we clear about the exercise, about today's magical gratitude? Anybody that we think of, who we think, it could be your partner, it could be a child, it could be anybody, wishing them the best. That's it. Seeing them really having a great life. That will definitely be a twist in the thoughts. So let's go for that. All right. And then we were talking about the Helen Keller positiveness for last many days. So we are on one page before this. We haven't summarized. Yes, thank you. So today we'll summarize the Helen Keller positivity funda entirely. What is this concept all about? We've studied it, and now it's time to make it bigger, larger, better, and understand where we are, what we have learned. I'm sure a lot of us in the past 4 or 5 days have experienced and tried to take our readings and studies in a real life by seeing that, are we making faces, or are we grateful, or are we looking at something on this, or is that something that I'm not doing, or I need to do something? We have learned a couple of things. Today, we'll break our studies into 2 parts. Firstly, taking charge of your attitude. A lot of us are escapists. We don't even think that, this is something, and we're like, it's okay. Now, power secret number 10, igniting the engine of positiveness. So let's take charge of our attitude. First, let's write down situations, circumstances in which we reacted rather than responded. Immediate reaction आया, किसी ने कुछ बोला, हमने react किया. हमने सोचा नहीं, analyze नहीं किया, बस react कर दिया. Describe your action or your reaction and any negative consequences that produced with you or someone else. 90% reaction का result क्या होता है? कुछ negative. आपने बोला, उसने बोला, उसने बोला, आपने बोला. It becomes a vicious chain, and the result is not feeling happy because you or both have reacted. Now, look at that situation you've just described. Write down how you could have responded to each so that you could have produced more positive outcome. Again, I repeat and reiterate, writing and analyzing here is important rather than in the mind, because दिमाग में बहुत विचार चलते हैं, lots of thoughts are all the time going on. So writing means concentrated work assignment. So first situation is where you reacted. So you analyze, you write that. Second is, had you not reacted, had you responded, what would have it been? Okay. Third, Now, for the next 2 weeks, we have to take a few minutes each night to write out any situation that occurred during the day that you reacted to and the negative consequences of those reactions. Then, for each situation, write on how you could have responded better. So, we always have this takeaway journal, right? All of us have that Brahmaji's journal in the Divinity series. So, please, उसमें एक पेज कर लीजिए आज से शुरू कर लीजिए टुडे is a date that you start on it 9th of October. So please start writing every single day. What is it that I have reacted to and I could have responded to? Think about it. And just like one little thing. The situation, I did this, could have done this, or should I have done this, or this would have been better. Right? Just write that so that the muscle of reaction versus response, what do you want it to become better? The reaction muscle to get better, the response muscle to get better. What do we want to work on? Whatever we need to work on, we have to start putting that in paper. Unless we put that in paper, we are not going to be conscious for it. So if Meenakshi is here and she says, okay, I've written down 3 situations that, I have reacted to, but I needed to respond. 3 बार लिखा, आज, कल 2 लिखा, परसों 1 लिखा, next day 4 लिखा. By the end of it, every time, subconsciously, she's like, oh, I have to respond. So what does she have to work on? Any journal you want. So we have one journal called Takeaways, right? It says reflection journals, takeaways. So in the Divinity series, it's a yellow one with the Brahmaji on top. So either in that or whichever you want. I have demarcated 3 journals. One is for your affirmations in your dreams. One is for your blessings, counting your blessings. And one is for your takeaways reflections. So I would prefer the homework and takeaway reflections. This is my takeaway from today. And you don't have to write a full page. 3 lines is enough. You don't have to really do that. Start analyzing what is it that I've reacted to and I need to respond. Automatically in 2 weeks, it will become part of your inherent nature where aap respond karenge, react karna band kar denge, because this is what you're doing. Now, for the next 2 weeks, take a few minutes each night to write out any situation that occurred during the day you responded to and the positive outcomes you experienced because you responded rather than reacted. So a lot of us from the last 4 days, we are automatically in this process. So if you have already started seeing that, oh, मेरा reaction ये होता है और अब मैंने ये change किया है, उसका result ये हुआ है, मैं भी खुश, वो भी खुश, situation better. ये भी आप लिख सकते हैं. And लिखना चाहिए अगर हमें इसके ऊपर work करना है तो. और सिर्फ सुनना है तो फिर God bless us all with our, where we are in our journey, in our growth. Transformation happens when action happens. Action happens when we plan it. So schedule those 5 minutes. And believe you me, I've done this. And it really works. Number 5, ask people at work and at home if you're generally a negative person or a positive person. I know ये मुश्किल है. So अगर आपको लगता है कि आपकी I'm ego है, so आप सोच सकते हैं, but मैंने जब किया था तो मैंने घर में पूछा था और मुझे अच्छा रिस्पांस मिला था जिससे मैंने अपने आप को एनालाइज किया था. रिमेंबर, इसी बुक में हमने ये भी सीखा है कि लोग हमें कुछ बताते हैं कि तुम ऐसा कर लो, तो हम सोचते हैं कि वाकई में इसमें मैं ऐसे करूंगा तो हाउ विल इट बी. अब हम ओपन एंड रिसेप्टिव हैं टू पीपल एंड देयर सजेशंस. So no harm in asking them. And the best person to ask usually are your staff, They exactly know what kind of person you are, and your partner will be a little there, but they know it. So just ask around, no harm in asking. If they say positive, have them rate you on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being a little more positive than negative, 5 being very positive, 10 being very positive. So it all experiencing it works. Relationships have improved once you stop reacting. How wonderful, Kamakshi. Thank you for your sharing. So finally, ask these people, how could you be even more positive? Be sure to take notes. Believe me, everyone, I asked both my girls, this was about 6 years ago, and they really helped me. They really helped me. Like, Mom, why do you do this? You could probably do this. So it really helps. Lagta hai bacche chote and they can't answer, but they really know it. For some of you who have grandchildren, oh, they're the best. They're the best people who can tell you that, what kind of person are. Just simply ask. Just ask. No, Parul, and Dhruv, people tell you on your face, if you're genuinely asking questions, they will genuinely give you an answer. Very few will just say, "Nee, nee, you're great." So in fact, people love to, the fact of the matter is people love being Gyan Pitas and Gyan Matas. They would love to give you the Gyan. So it's okay. Ask. No harm in asking. So yeah, even Alona got an answer from a girl. So children are actually the best guides. They're so pure and they're so full of love that they give you the most amazing answers. Number 6. What are the greatest hurts you have suffered that may still affect your attitude? Maybe you've been physically abused, maybe there's been verbal abuse, maybe you've gone through a break of relationship, divorces, maybe you've been fired, maybe some hurtful actions have happened, maybe some rude words by friends, or maybe you have physical disability, etc. So are these a result of some kind of fun situation? So now, number 7. This is really deep, okay? Go treasure hunting through your hurts. For each hurt you've listed, write down the spiritual insights or characters, qualities you have gained as a result of these hurts. See example on page 171. So I'll give you a quick example. So I had kept going off the spiritual world again and again and again. So knocks and shocks of life kept coming. And when I started seeing them as a blessing, I really made it a blessing. So if I see things, even losing my brother, when I see what is the hidden message behind it, I realize that I had to go in the deeper realm of where the other realm exists. I did not have an idea about the world that the souls live in. Now that world opened up to me only after I lost him, because a beautiful couple of beautiful books came to me, and I realized this is how souls travel and this is what the journey is all about. So treasure hunting is important. When cancer came in my life, I realized that, oh my God, I have to work on my relationship. I'm having so much of angst and anger. For what? And that's manifested into a disease. So this is tough, but it's a beautiful therapy. It's a therapy in itself. It's therapeutic to the core when you start seeing, okay, I went through this. What did I learn out of it? For example, you lost some business, you lost some colleague, some partner, somebody who betrayed you. क्या सीखा उससे हमने? Everything in life which is negative in the quality has some positive experience or teaching for each one of us. What lesson have I learned? This is a self-reflection. It's very, very important to reflect on the kind of person you are. And this is truly building your own character. हम positivity की तो बहुत बातें कर रहे हैं, and we are finding the change also. Now that positivity has to reflect in your own reflection. And believe me, ये मुश्किल है. क्योंकि हमने अपने आप को भी ये बोला हुआ है कि अरे आई एम अ गुड पर्सन, मैं सबके लिए अच्छा करता हूँ. हमने अपनी डार्क साइड देखी ही नहीं है. अब टाइम में देखने का डार्क साइड क्यों है? बिकॉज ऐसा हुआ है तो सीखा क्या? आई नो टाइम लगेगा. चाहे पिकअप वन डे, पिकअप, टेक योर टाइम, बट प्लीज डू इट. जब तक यू डोंट रियलाइज इट. कई लोग रिएक्ट करते हैं किसी चीज के ऊपर बिकॉज वो कंडीशनड हो जाते हैं. So I'm conditioned ho gaye to living a life like this. So please, let's just be careful. How are we building it up? So building more enjoyable relationships is something that all of us want. So let's see how can we do that. If you studied in detail, today we're doing a summary. Now, how can you begin to show more honor and greater value to those you relate to, both professionally and personally? अब ऑनर करना मतलब रिस्पेक्ट करना. बच्चे को भी इक्वल दर्जा देना, बड़े को भी, पार्टनर को भी, स्टाफ को भी. अभी हमारी एटीट्यूड क्या है? हमारा एटीट्यूड क्या है? शायद कि आई एम अ पेरेंट, आई नो बेटर, या मैं मालिक हूं, आई नो बेटर, या मैं हस्बैंड हूं, या मैं वाइफ हूं, आई नो बेटर. आई, मी एंड आम. वी आर ऑपरेटिंग फॉर द वर्ल्ड ऑफ ईगो. आई, me the great. So now, how do I start showing more honor? How do I start caring more for those people who matter to me? Whichever field, personally, professionally, doesn't matter. So that, okay, first honor could be that I start listening to him. Second could be, let's read it and we'll have all the answers in this particular stanza. And then thereafter, anything, we'll reflect on it. Number 2, what are some of the specific things you can begin to say or do that will encourage people to whom you regularly relate to. So जो हम रोज बोलते हैं ना कई बार, that the universe has our back, let's have each other's back. That's because अगर हम एक दूसरे को प्रमोट करेंगे, मोटिवेट करेंगे, एनकरेज करेंगे, तो वो इंसान अपनी नेगेटिविटी से बाहर निकल जाएगा. उसकी भी एक कंडीशनिंग हो जाएगी. हम सब कंडीशन होकर आए हैं इस जर्नी में, राइट? अब हम अपने आप की अनकंडीशनिंग कर रहे हैं और जिसे रिकंडीशनिंग कर रहे हैं, रीथिंकिंग कंप्लीटली. जो सोचा था उसको अनलर्न कर रहे हैं, कुछ नया लर्न कर रहे हैं. सो अब जब तक हम दूसरों के लिए नहीं करेंगे, हमारे लिए कैसे होगा? हमने ये भी सुना है ऑलमोस्ट एवरी डे, the more you give, the more you get. So now you have to give encouragement. You have to promote people into a world where you think they're good. For example, somebody's writing a poem and you're like, oh, your poem's amazing. Somebody's flowing in love, you're like, amazing. Some of you shared that it is beautiful sharing with Manish and Shelly about the name, why they named. So we are learning something every day. So now when people are sharing experiences, they say, what did I learn? How do I encourage them? How do I promote them? By saying a thank you or by say compliment. Compliments are very, very, very important. Start complimenting people very openly, very easily. Start being grateful openly, easily. Again, you'll find a huge shift in your life. And झूठी तारीफ करने को नहीं बोल रही, but something that you can relate to. So be there. Number 3, how safe and secure do those you relate to feel in their relationship with you? And what can you do that will infuse more safety and security into each relationship? If you struggle with this question, ask those you relate to what you could begin to say or do or not do that would make them feel more secure in the relationship. So just the way compliments are powerful, this safety is powerful. Like I know, come what may, whether I speak to my dad every day or not, my dad has my back. All I have to do is say it and it'll be done. That's my relationship with him. I'm so secure. I'm so safe. Similarly, with my husband, all I have to just say it. Before I say it, it'll be done. So now that's okay that they have my back. But what about them? How are they feeling safe and secure in your relationship with them from your side? Do they feel the same? Does my dad feel the same that, okay, if Prachi's, if I say to Prachi, she'll do it immediately, she'll go out of the way, or Prashant? You have become a giver. You know that they have your back. What about you? What about your equation with them? And learn from them that ऐसा मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ which can make a relationship even more better, where you feel comfortable. Now it's about you, the other person, not me, but the other person when I'm talking to. Now I'm becoming a giver. Now I'm asking them for their opinion and I'm working on that. Number 4, what can you do that will encourage others to feel freedom to express their opinions, thoughts and feelings? अभी इतना स्टिफल कर दिया ना, ये नहीं, ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए. वो बच्चे या वो बोल ही नहीं पाते. I've seen 40, 50-year-old men who can't open their mouth and say what they want in front of their fathers who are 60s and 70s. क्योंकि बचपन से उसको इतना बोला कि ये नहीं, वो आदमी अपना ओपिनियन नहीं बोल पाता because just that can't say. So please encourage कि आपके बच्चे, आपके पार्टनर्स, आपकी जो मैटर करते हैं आपको, ओपनली कुछ भी आपको बोल पाए. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. उसके लिए हमें लिसनर बनना पड़ेगा. We have to start listening. हम लोग सब बोलने वाले बन जाते हैं. We don't listen. Number 5, look back at some of the recent conflicts and compare how you handle them to the rules for constructive conflict on page number 178 to 181. There were beautiful rules, right? That's why I told you when this chapter began. अगर इस chapter पे हमने mastery कर ली ना, हमने life में mastery कर ली. Because relationships are the only thing that matters. My relationship with myself also matters mostly. For that, we'll be working on magic, on mirror work, Before that, very important to work on this. That's another reason why, if you saw in the curriculum, I have put mirror work immediately after magic nahi hai. Because this is a time I want us to work on our relationships. So let's understand that. And relationship के बाद हम mirror work पे आएंगे, तब हम realize कर पाएंगे कि अरे wow, now it's time to work on myself. Now number 6, think back to the last few times you've criticized someone, write down how you could have done it with the using sandwich method. Sandwich method अच्छा लगा ना कल हमें, right? And that's something हम हर strata में use कर सकते हैं, with every genre, with every kind of person, how young, how old, it doesn't matter. So that's something we all have learned. So please let's revise them. Please let's understand that conflicts को हम कैसे manage कर सकते हैं. It's a beautiful science of conflict management. How we can share experiences rather than guide people. Again, I'm going to repeat. हम कोई भी नहीं होते किसी को कुछ बताने वाले. हम अपने experiences की पुड़ियां हैं. We can share our experiences की इस situation में मैंने ऐसा किया. Let the people decide. And please let's start becoming listeners. Let there be conversation. Me and my husband every day have half an hour of reflection time. It's just our time. First 15 minutes or 20 minutes are Prashant's, or the other one is me, where we just speak about how our day was, what we felt, ups and downs. We just listen to each other. Then the other person reflects, helps the person paraphrase. कई बार half an hour plan करते हैं, 1 घंटा भी हो जाता है. और कई बार बात करते सो भी जाते हैं हम लोग. Because conversation ही नहीं होती couples के बीच में, या parents और बच्चों के बीच में. अब mundane काम तो बता दोगे, ये कर लो, ये कर लो, वो कर लो, वो कर लो, ऐसा कर, खा लो, पी लो. Conversation कहाँ होती है? And conversation होती भी तो one sided होती है, क्योंकि आप उसका सुनने की जगह आपके दिमाग में बन रहा है कि अब मैं क्या बोलूंगा. You're like so full of yourself, you can't listen. So if you want to work on your relationships, very, very, very important to start listening. कि वो बंदा, what is the other person feeling? And that's when you can reflect more about your own character, your integrity. So all of us are here to become better versions of ourselves. So to become better, we must understand. So what do you, if you feel you're a giver and coach in all the relationships, personal and professional? I didn't get your question, Kunal. Can you just rephrase that, or can I unmute you for a minute? I didn't get you. Yeah, can I unmute you, please? What do you do as in?
I'm just saying, what do you do if you feel that you are always a giver and you always have to coach people, guide people, and you also need to be coached or guided sometimes, and you want to depend.
My husband's my personal coach. And when I coach Kunal, I never tell people ye karna chahiye. I tell them what I would do if I would be in their place. Because how will I know what Kunal is going through?
Mm-hmm.
And I listen. Half the times when I listen and I paraphrase, you get your own answer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you try that with Priyanka. Whatever she's saying, just paraphrase it back. Did I hear this? Did I hear this? Oh, and she'll say, oh, half the times you don't know what we are saying.
I think I got my answer with the point that be a good listener, because I think that's where some of the relationships lack, because we as men and working professionals, we become saying person all the time. So
yeah, and thank you, Kunal. So not only men professionally who are working, even women, everyone becomes a seer rather than a listener. We all are so full of ourselves, we forget there is a world outside us. It's all about, whether we realize or not, we are pretty selfish. So it's time for us to become listeners and become givers. So I am a giver, but I'm a receiver as well. I receive criticism, I receive compliments, I receive good advices. So yes, thank you for asking. All right, Rahul sir, thank you for showcasing this chapter. Can we please have the next book in front of us? And Kunal, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you too much, which I should have, but maybe the end is a good idea, because now it's time for Surya Namaskar. Yes. So it's important that we just go with the flow. So that's fine. But any questions, please write them down. I'm very open to us asking these questions to each other. In the end, people who want to stay on can stay on. All right, let's start.
The Surya Namaskar with mantras. Om Mitraye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaye Namaha. Om Bhanave Namaha. Om Khagaye Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaye Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityay Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Arkay Namaha. Om Bhaskaraye Namaha. Salutations to the universal friend. Salutations to the resplendent sun. Salutations to the energy that induces activity within us. Salutations to the one who illumines. Salutations to the sun moving across the sky. Salutations to the giver of strength. Salutations to the golden cosmic self. Salutations to the Lord of the dawn. Salutations to the son of Aditi, the cosmic mother. Salutations to the benevolent mother. Salutations to the energy that we praise, and to the one who guides us to salvation. The sun salutation now with the names of the postures, both in Sanskrit and English. Pranamasan, Hastuttanasan, Padhastasan, left leg back, Ashvasanchalanasan, Parvatasan, and hold this position. And now slowly progressing into the deeper version of Parvatasan, Adho Mukh Svanasana. Ashtang Namaskar. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Left forward, Ashvasanchalanasana. Padahastasana. Hastutthanasana. Pranamasana. On the right side, prayer position. Raised arms pose. Hand to feet pose. Right leg back, equestrian pose. Mountain pose. Hold mountain pose. And slowly moving into the deeper version of mountain, the downward facing dog. Salute with 8 limbs. Cobra. Press back to mountain. Right forward, equestrian pose. Hand to feet pose. Raised arms position. Prayer pose. One round of the sun salutation with awareness on the breathing. So exhaling our hands to the chest, pranam. Inhaling as we bend back. We exhale as we fold forward. Left leg back, inhale as we're arching back. Exhale into the forward. Hold the breath for knees, chest, chin. Inhale as we arch back. Exhale into the forward. Left leg forward, inhale. This is a back bend. Exhale whenever we bend forward. Inhale as we bend back. Exhale, hands to the chest. And on the right, deep breathing. Exhale. A deep inhale. A long exhale. Right leg back with an inhale. And exhale. Hold the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Right leg forward with a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
Thank you so much. We've all invoked the blessings of the sun, and I know it's going to be a very beautiful day. So, all right, we've read the incredibly believable. Now it's time for that, to read that. So all of us have been talking about how our bodies are in this new dimension, how it is and how it's going to be. So very, very important for us to understand that we yesterday spoke about the activated DNA. So a lot of you have been asking me for the Kriya meditation. So I'm okay with sharing it with you all, but let me just tell you, it's very intensive. It's an hour and 3 minutes of Kriya every single day diligently for 41 days before some shift happens. There are times when even I have broken the cycle and I get to hear from my teacher. So if you want it, you can have it. But yes, we are working on activating a DNA, which is especially working on a third eye chakra, which is intertwining all the 7 bodies in one bit. So let's understand the science behind this. So once our DNA becomes activated, all our cells, which is trillions of cells in our body, they become immune to disease. आप जल्दी बीमार पड़ेंगे ही नहीं because your DNA is so highly activated. And DNA can also get activated if we have a beautiful dose of positivity. वहाँ again negativity दूर भाग जाएगी. So हम सबका activate DNA already in a way हो रहा है. This may sound unbelievable, but it's already been scientifically proven. There are many cases of children, like the indigo children, who are now been born, like I'm an indigo, okay? Anybody after 78 is an indigo, who are now been born with much more activated DNA than the common person has. Literally thousands of these children have been scientifically studied at the University of California in LA, one of the top universities in the world. Cells taken from the children have been exposed to a very high doses of disease cells, but the good cells fight all diseases and a total immunity to every kind of disease. Even if they're injected with the AIDS virus, they kill the virus and stay totally HIV and AIDS free. The good cells also kill the cancer cells that are mixed with them. So the advantage is that already the newer generation, whichever is being born, is much better. So if you say indigo was great after 78, anybody who's crystal child, anything after 2000, 2002 are also going to be very advanced and they will not be falling sick so easily. Now, this is a generic rule. It's not like it's one size fits all. There will be some exceptions and that's absolutely okay. And those exceptions also come for some other reasons. So now what is the Aura Scan diagnostic tool of the new world? Disease always shows up in the higher vibration bodies first, and only then goes in the physical body. With a good Aura Scan, the start of the disease can be noticed in the higher vibration bodies. So what is a higher vibration body? All of us talk about, our vibration is better, our frequency is better, we're vibrating at a higher level, we are more positive. So that is also a body. Now you can't see it, but you can feel it, right? But with these new tools, you'll be able to see that just the way. So a lot of you may have already gone in this, you may have seen Aura Scans. I've spoken about them, you can see, is it dense, is it light? We spoke about yesterday about all the gods and goddesses having a halo around us, which just means that they are light. So in the new world, the major diagnostic tool will be a good Aura Scan. So we have CT scans, we have X-rays right now. So instead of an X-ray, we'll have an Aura Scan. That will be the most important tool. So instead of having regular checkups, people will go through an Aura Scan from time to time. And energy imbalances will be noticed in the higher level bodies, would be corrected simply by the power of suggestion. Again, we're suggesting to each other, kya karna chahiye to make our energy better. And then we'll be able to prevent all the diseases from reaching the physical body. The physical body to bahut baad mein aane wali, pehle se hi uska upchar mil jayega. What is crystal and vibrational therapy? So a lot of you would have seen crystals, right? I mean, they're like stalactite, they're like little broken, they're little long, they're little different parts. They've got a lot of crystal energy. Lots of types of crystals come. Since our physical body cellular structure would have changed to a crystalline structure in the 4th dimension, the only effective therapy will be vibration-based, such as crystals. No, they're not energy, they're not balls really. They are in many forms. Crystals can't be in one particular shape. So there are many forms. Actually, they just shine, Swarovski, yeah, but they are different. So yeah, we'll talk about crystals probably. I'm going to make you see them. Lots of types of crystals are there. So now in the new body, we will be healing ourselves with vibration. with crystals, with light, with sound, with colors. And all of these would be effective in removing any energy imbalances, in any of our integrated bodies. In fact, in Delhi, they have a beautiful healing session where they play the gong and everything. And then with those sounds, you heal. So maybe for the Delhi ones, we all can just, pay up there and experience that. It's really, really beautiful. So crystals were widely used for healing in the days of Atlantis. The healing temples in Atlantis were generally pyramid shaped, made from crystals. And these different crystals would provide different vibrational frequencies. Appropriate colored lights and sound were used in conjunction with the crystals. The wide use of crystals in healing is the main reason behind the explosions of crystals within the last couple of decades all around the world. The knowledge of crystal healing, which was lost to the world for many millennia since the days of Atlantis, is now coming back into our awareness. So you will find a lot of people will be there who are going to do crystal healing therapy. So there are a lot of people like that. And I've been talking about a lady called Bindu Myra many a times, who also is a voice behind the light meditation. She's also crystal healer. So they basically are going to take your negative energy and it's going to just change. So it's amazing. Maybe we can have a session with her on a Monday, on a Sunday, understand if it's required. So of course, I need to know how many of us really want to know about it for me to invite her. Now, what is a mind therapy? There are two types of mind therapies that will be prevalent in the new world. The ones that exist now and the others that we receive from higher level civilizations. So Abhi, what is happening between us and what we are getting from others? The current therapies, for example, hypnotherapy, I'm sorry, I haven't been able to check hypnotherapy. I thought that in Bangalore, I'll have a lot of time to myself, but actually no, I've been really, really busy. So I am going to work on that module for all of us and share that because it'll help, but I don't want to rush it up because it has to be done. Hypnotherapy is important. Yes, I will invite her. So thank you, everyone. So the current therapies, for example, hypnotherapy will work much more effectively than they do right now in the third dimension. The reason for that is the integration of the 7 bodies. Jab sato bodies integrate ho jayengi, so hypnotherapy will be able to work very, 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 very fast. Also, we spoke about it, that once it's integrated, we will know about our past, about our future very easily. So a lot of you have tried PLR. What was PLR? In a way, it's a hypnotherapy. And you're doing it on your own, right? I haven't helped you. Neither has Vasudha Bajoria come to your room and helped you while you're doing the PLR. So that's also hypnotherapy. Now that can be done, right? Now, once the bodies are integrated, the suggestions in the hypnotherapy would be able to affect the physical body instantly and directly, which they cannot do currently. Now, the new therapies that we will receive once we are in the 4th dimension will allow us to do things like repairing any damage to our physical brain simply by using the power of the mind. And a lot of you who've been with me in the session 1 and 2 would know where we read about the power of subconscious mind. The power of mind, we have worked on our own healing. So Shweta is not here this morning. She's healed herself of her long thing with migraine. So people have been able to heal with the power of mind. It can even happen in this dimension if we are so tuned. And the physical brain can be considered like a giant electrical circuit board, where billions of wiring changes are taking place at any time. If the wiring is wrongly connected, we do not get the results we want. This is what happens in diseases such as Alzheimer's. Now, जब wiring सही नहीं है, तो you will forget, right? कि पहले क्या चल रहा था, पहले क्या नहीं था, because the wiring breaks. So now with the new techniques, the mind itself will be able to repair the brain. So what is the brain? What is the mind? That also the mind, which is subconscious mind, can repair the brain, which is a part of the conscious mind. Secondly, we will be able to regenerate lost hair, teeth, or even body organs. So that's the beauty, that if anything happens, you can regenerate. आप लोगों ने देखा होगा sci-fi movies में पहले के time पे. I don't know if you've seen or not. This is already happening, not on Mother Earth, but it's happening on many, many, many planets. If someone lost an arm in an accident, for example, over time, he may be able to grow it back again. Quite impossible, yes, Kamakshi, it sounds, but it's going to happen because we're going to have very advanced DNA in our bodies. Surgeons will be a dying profession. So those of you who are planning to make your sons and daughters surgeons, think again, because it's going to become an obsolete science. Once the mind technologies have all been received, understood, and are being utilized, all surgery will become unnecessary. We will look back at the primitive art of surgery, just as we currently look back at the medical practice of bloodletting in the 19th century. A lot of things become obsolete, right? Surgery will also be, अब किसी के कमरे में वो मोटा सा टीवी है, I mean कई लोग के शायद होगा, वो you just that small little boxish TV. Ab LEDs have taken up, wall TVs have taken up, it's become obsolete. Even computers, different programming has happened, the black and white dabba is gone. Surgeries will also be gone because they will no longer be required. When you don't have to amputate something, when you don't have to correct something, when it will be automatically corrected without any invasive surgery, why will it be required? Transplant. Now that you must be getting, like when I was about to lose Rishi, there was a thing like giving him a liver because his liver was dying. So I had went through a check and I said, okay, I'm going to give half my liver because the liver will grow back. So my liver was supposed to get transplanted into him, right? Later on, of course, doctor said that he needs a full liver. So we're looking for a cadaver, which means of a person who's deceased. So now this transplant, which is huge surgery, is all completely a no, 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 no. You read in the line before that body parts will be able to regrow. So mind has the ability to regenerate any part of your body, no matter how diseased that part or organ is. The only thing is that in the current environment, it takes a long time. In the fourth dimension, it will work much faster. So a lot of you know ना, अगर जीभ में कुछ कटता है, अपने आप heal कर जाती है. Liver भी हमारा ऐसा एक organ है कि अपने आप it keeps regenerating. So if you lose it, it will keep coming back. But in the new dimension, it will be much faster. So if you can make your own body organ work, why would you ever want somebody else's? Transplants of all kinds will be looked upon as a primitive things that were done in the old world. The human body is not designed for transplants. So whenever we have a transplanted organ, the body keeps rejecting it permanently. And the patient has to keep taking medication continuously to suppress the rejection. So a lot of you who, a few of you who may have seen people closely with transplant probably know about this, but otherwise कुछ alien body में आता है तो reject करता है उसको. तो उसको accept करने के लिए you need drugs and medication. In the new world, nobody has to wait with the hope that someone else dies so you can have a transplant and live. A lot of you may have seen the series called Breathe on Netflix, I think. I think it was on Netflix. It's all about this. People are waiting for organs. Now, what is health insurance? What is that? In the new world, there will be no such thing as health insurance. Health facilities will be equally accessible to all with no third party deciding who gets treatment, who else does not. अच्छा, equality आने वाली हमने बात करी थी. Elderly care. Who are the elderly? This is my beautiful bit. Since we have control on our death in the fourth dimension and we stop aging, there will be no such group as the elderly group. People may be old age-wise, but health-wise, they can stay young forever. So nobody has to take care of them. They can take care of themselves till they decide to leave the body voluntarily. And I'm very, very, very happy to see that I belong to a couple like this. My grandparents are, in fact, they don't look in the late 80s. They say, हमें किसी की ज़रूरत नहीं है. अभी भी नानी को सीढ़ी का बोलो कि, I'll give you a hand. No, I'm self-sufficient. They take care of themselves. And Bauji says age is a number. Who says I'm 88? It's just a number. So it's all in the mind, right? Now, this is already happening with some of us. So it's going to happen a thing. It's going to be the generic rule for future. Now, obesity, a thing of the past. So yeah, good news for many. We will be able to maintain the shape of the body that we want. Due to our integrated body, we will be able to get rid of the emotional baggage that causes the weight. And then the physical body will follow automatically. So again, whoever has weight, please understand, all of us should understand that weight is there because upar bahut garbage hai, because emotional baggage hai, insecurity hai. So secure hone ke liye weight hum rakhte hain. The day hum secure ho jayenge, the weight will automatically fade off. Plus, we will eat a healthy diet by choice, so the weight will be in control. So itni countries, jo itna har jagah aa gaya na, a lot of food everywhere. Organic khatam ho gaya, processed food aa gaya, so preservatives aa gaye. So the body has become a toxic place to live in. then toxicity is adding on weight as well. जब clean pure eating होने वाली है, a lot of organic eating, a lot of raw eating, body will anyways be healing on its own. So tomorrow we'll talk about another new section. It's about sex and relationships. Again, it's nice, it's interesting to know what's happening in our future. Today we can read a heart thought, and thereby after that we can move on to a meditation and then asking some questions, if any. So now in all of us and this world where we are realizing that love is the only rule which is going to be working everywhere, what are we scared about giving love to? Okay, amazing. All right, the Christmas is season for giving. Today it's concentrated around that, and it says, let the spirit of love flow through you. How amazing. And this was exactly what I was actually going to talk. But anyways, I think it's here in front of us. So each one of us decides to reincarnate upon this planet at particular points in time and space. इस concept से हम clear है? That हम सब एक soul है, which is on a journey, और हम अपने क्या learn करना है उसके लिए इस life में reincarnate करते हैं एक particular time पे with particular parents and in particular country. Are we clear about that? हम सारे हमेशा Indians नहीं बन के आए हुए हैं. We all have had experience outside also. Are we clear about this concept? That we always are reincarnating for a purpose? I don't see yeses and no's. That's because probably we haven't done PLR, probably we haven't done soulmates. So please understand that that is the rule. Then, thank you everyone. So we have chosen to come here to learn a particular lesson that will advance us on our spiritual evolutionary pathway. So 84 लाख योनियां जो अरविंद जी होती हैं, इनको हम पहले ह्यूमन बीइंग आने से पहले ये योनिया में हम रहते थे, तो वो तो मिनिमम है. अगर हम सब ह्यूमंस हैं, हमारी पहली भी लाइफ है, पहली बात तो फर्स्ट लाइफ पॉसिबल नहीं है क्योंकि हम स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी में आ चुके हैं. तो 84 लाख योनिया तो बिफोर ह्यूमन बीइंग, इसका मतलब कीड़े मकोड़े जानवर, रॉक्स, मिनरल्स, ऑल दैट वी हैव लिव्ड. सो एक्चुअली तो उससे बहुत ज्यादा लाइफ्स हैं. सोल कभी मरती नहीं है, इट्स ऑलवेज देयर. सो हम जब इस लाइफ में आए हैं कुछ लेसन सीखने के लिए, वो लेसन हमें एक स्पिरिचुअल एवोल्यूशनरी पाथ पे ले जाएगा. अगर हम स्पिरिचुअल हो जाएंगे तो लाइफ में सब कुछ मिल जाएगा, हेल्थ भी मिलेगा, वेल्थ भी मिलेगा, सब कुछ मिलेगा, बिकॉज स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज अ सिंपल थिंग अबाउट लव. इफ वी कैन फॉल इन लव with anything and everything, and if you can see the light in everything, we are definitely spiritual. So today's message is beautiful, and I request someone to raise their hand to read this for us. Let the spirit of love flow through you. So whoever wants to read, yes, Kamakshi, please read.
Good morning, everyone. Let the spirit of love flow through you. Go back in time and remember the very best Christmas you ever had as a child. Bring the memory up in your mind and see it very clearly. Remember the sights, the smells, the tastes, and the touches, and the people who were there. What were some of the things that you did? If perchance you never had a wonderful Christmas as a child, make one up. Make it exactly as you would like it to be. As you think of this special Christmas, notice that your heart is opening. Perhaps one of the most wonderful things about that particular Christmas was the love that was present. Let the spirit of love flow through you now. Bring into your heart all the people you know and care about. Surround them with this love. Know that you can carry this special feeling of Christmas love and spirit with you everywhere and have it all the time, not only on Christmas. You are love, you are spirit, you are light, you are energy, and so it is.
How beautiful. So all of us like to understand that we are nothing but love. And if our heart is opening by being open and receptive, it's the most amazing gift we can give to ourselves. And then let's just allow the spirit of love to flow through us all the time, not just Christmas, but all the time. Let every day be a day of Christmas. So thank you, Kamakshi, for volunteering to read and reading for all of us. So now, Arvindji, I'll quickly answer your question. Human body मिलती है जब 84 लाख योनियों से उनका सफर हम गुजरते हैं. तो अब हर योनि का एक लाइफ स्पैन होता है. चींटी का चाहे 2, 4, 5 दिन भी हो सकता है, 100 दिन भी हो सकता है. So human being मिलने से पहले we have to go through those trials and tribulations. Human life मिलती तब है जब हम अपनी spiritual journey में आगे बढ़ते हैं. उसके पहले we have to go through all the other experiences. इसीलिए बोलते हैं there's oneness between us and everything. चीटी से भी oneness. Jainism में आपने देखा है वो किसी को कई लोग तो मुंह पट्टी लगा लेते हैं कि आगे organisms भी नहीं मरे because दिखते भी नहीं हैं हमें and they are also dying. So this is what we are evolved now, so we are human. So and 99% हमें human birth मिलता है unless and until हमने बहुत 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 bad कर्मा करे होते हैं या हमारी intention होती है to be born as a animal. So that's different, and Vedanta and Gita ji has a lot of such stories. So anyways, let's go on to our meditation. Anything that you want to meditate on? Is there anything that you want to particularly meditate on? Love. Even I thought so. Love and healing, maybe yes. So we can do on both. We can intertwine them because today's chapter was about love. So maybe we can do that. And I actually started about healing as well. So it's a good idea to integrate the two of them. So let's do it. Our back straight. Our feet grounded. Eyes closed. Hands in a comfortable resting position. Let's take a deep breath in. Fill our bodies with love. Feel the love pulsating in your body, in every single part of you. And gradually exhale love. Take a deep breath in. Fill yourselves with unconditional love. No bars, no conditions, just pure love. Feel the love for yourself. And as you exhale, the smell of the rain, the smell of earth, the smell of flowers, the taste of the food, or the taste of life, the feel of somebody's hug, of being kissed, the sight of something wonderful, the voice and the sound of the birds chirping, of the piano staccato, of the waterfall, the sight of the butterflies fluttering, the fresh dew in the grass, the air around me, all is full of love. The sight of seeing little children play could be mine, could be others. The sight of seeing a couple laugh at each other's joke. They could be known to me or they could be strangers. But well, the sight of this love is what I am resonating at. Unconditional love. When I feel this beautiful love all around me, I am learning to fall in love with myself. Because ultimately, when I see myself, I am genuinely whole and complete. I have eyes that see. I have ears that hear. I have a mouth that speaks. I have a body that reacts and responds. And the more I fall in love with things around me, the more I start seeing the good things in my life. As I count my blessings, I keep becoming a better person, a better version of myself, because I am operating from the world of love, unconditional love. And as I witness this huge surge of love in me, I am healed, whole, and complete. My body regenerates itself. The trillion cells that go through a process of birth and death are growing into cells of love. Then I get the body that I want. My digestion system is amazing. I walk beautifully. I talk beautifully. I see beautifully. Everything around me is absolutely wonderful. Because I am wonderful. Because I am light. Because I am love. Because I am healed. Because the energy that flows in me is absolutely magical. I am a spirited person who's on this beautiful spiritual journey. I'm here to learn, to grow, to evolve. Because I've chosen to make a difference in my life. So I am blessed. I learn this life of magnificence. I learned so much about it. There's so much that I don't know. And there's so much that I am getting to know. Because I am flowing in love. I am now open and receptive to all things magical, to all things wonderful. I am love. I am whole. I am healed. Whatever negative emotion that comes in my body is taken in by Mother Earth. So right now, analyze your body, scan it. Go in your brain, in your mind. Is there any doubt? Is there any fear? If you spot it, drain it. Feel that energy moving down your body, through your feet, through the roots of your feet, into Mother Earth. And whatever negative you felt, replace that with positivity. So if you felt fear, get security. How do you get that? Dear Mother Earth, You have been always an unconditional giver. Today, you've taken all the negative emotions of my body through the soles of my feet, to the roots of my souls. So, dear Mother Earth, as all the negativity has gone in you, and the minute it's touched, it's become positive, please bless me with security. Let security enter my souls and into my body. Whatever I'm discarding, please include back whatever is required by my body, which I, the seer, am saying. My body is detoxed of all negative emotions. All diseases have gone because now I'm easy with my body and I'm flowing in unconditional love. Thank you, Mother Earth. I bow down in gratitude, for you are always a giver. Thank you for your love. Thank you for nurturing us with unconditional love. Now, each one of us looks at our eye level with the eyes closed and thank the wonderful life lessons, experiences that we've gone through in this life, in the past, or many, many lives ago. So, dear body, you are absolutely brilliant because in you lives a soul that has traversed so many lives, has gone through so many experiences. So thank you, dear soul, for making me realize this beautiful journey. I, the soul, am grateful for the learnings. In this life, I'm taking my life forward, full of love, because I am a channel of love. Today, I'm blessed at this moment, where I'm sowing the seeds of love and gratitude in the fertile soil of my body. I am made of the Panch Tattvas, the Panch Bhutas, and each one of them is aligning right now, creating the space, energy for me to grow into a more beautiful plant, tree, one that shelters others, one that's always there for others. And dear future, you are absolutely glorious. Thank you for being you. Thank you for nurturing yourself with today's beautiful thoughts. Here you grow. More love and more light to you. Let's expand our hands and face the universe above. Dear universe, thank you for having our back. Dear angels, thank you for guiding us, guarding us, ensuring we're the right path. Dear guardians, thank you for always having a protection layer around us. Dear divinities, thank you for blessing us with your choicest of blessings. Dear masters, teachers, gurus, in this realm or the others, in this dimension or the others, thank you for nurturing us with your beautiful teachings. Each one of us is open and receptive. Dear Cosmos, thank you for helping me reincarnate at the right time, at the right place, for the right learning, and for including me as part of your Leela. Thank you. Now let's expand our angel heart. I am love. I am light. I shine bright, bright now, bright here. I grow in love. I grow in light. Let me be the channel of love and light. Let me be the channel of blessings for someone today and every day till the time I'm meant to be on this earth. I choose when I cross over. So may I always have a life of longevity, goodness, and positivity induced. So it is. Let's fold our hands in gratitude and be thankful for everything from heavens to earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's rub our hands together. Feel the flow of energy and love. And with this beautiful feeling of love, bless our face with all the 5 senses, our neck, our shoulders, our arms, upper to lower, inner to outer, our back. Keep going up, blessing every body part in your back, till your hips, backside of your thighs, backside of your knees, backside of your calves, soles of your feet. Turn your hands, touch your top of the feet, your calves, your knees, your thighs, sexual organs, excretory organs, your gut area, large intestine, small intestines, liver, kidneys, gallbladder, uterus, stomach. Come up, touch your lungs, bless them. Hands in your heart, feel it beat. Thank it, bless it. Let's fold our hands together once more and bless the trillions of cells in our body. Bless the muscles, tissues, fibers, glands, bones, and skin. And let's be grateful to every organ for working on the optimal best, for nurturing itself, for healing itself. Let the energy in my body become magnified with more love, with more light, with more healed energy. And dearest energy, I invoke you to share our love, our light, our blessings of wishful blessings of abundance for all our Sangha Mitras, their loved ones, and all beings on Mother Earth. Let there be love, let there be light, let there be healing. Manish, Jagpreet, Supriya, Pratima ji, Ruchi, Shivani, Vijayji, Alona, Kunal, Ritu, Akshay, Kuldeep ji, Dhruv, Parul, Kamakshi, Shami, Ankur, Neha, Manisha, Niriksha, Usha ji, Niriksha, Amit, Minakshi, Anita, Jitendra ji, Shalu, Mitu, Ruchi, Ritu, Kunal, Neha, Arvind ji, Kunjan ji, Anita Sheikh, Jitendra ji. Lots of love to you, Tanuj, and to Ruchi. And thank you, Rahul sir. Thank you so much, Amrita. Thank you, Shweta. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now is the time to ask each other questions or share a reflection. So thank you, Manish. Yes, can I please hear you share your light?
Ma'am, when will the 4th dimension come? Or if we learn the principles mentioned by Sunny in his book, we will get into 4th dimension now itself.
So the shift has begun, Manish. We are almost entering the 4th dimension, but the people who evolve a little faster, such as us who are reading this beautiful book, will shift sooner than the other peers. And a lot of us have already entered it. In fact, there's a theory that the 7th dimension is already in here. So we are gradually going up, up and up. But again, if you see, not everyone is enlightened, right? Not everyone is enlivened, right? Some of them are a little more evolved, some of them are lesser evolved. So the people who are learning this journey are going faster. And they are actually becoming channels of love and light because they're open and receptive. Problem with humankind is we are so closed, we're not open for learning. And that's when the journey stops or it just stagnates. So let's realize that all of us are in this journey to evolve. The minute we are open, everything will magically happen. It will keep coming in our life. So there's nothing called I can't give you a deadline like 2021, but 25 will be there. Each to their own. We'll experience the 5th dimension, 6th dimension if we are already evolved. So just that we have to make our vibration higher. And for this, one thumb rule, lots of compliments, lots of appreciation, lots of counting our blessings, zero criticism, zero complaints. That's will be the first shift for us and our energy. And our bodies will heal. So whoever is not feeling well, all of a sudden you'll start feeling well because you're like, oh, I mean, it's me who's creating it. And ultimately, all of us are creators, right? अच्छा भी हम create कर रहे हैं, बुरा भी हम create कर रहे हैं. जब हमें ये knowledge आ जाएगी, so obviously things will become so much better. Is it a little clear? Thank you. Anybody, any sharings? Any questions about today's session or about otherwise anything? So, okay, thank you, Akshay. And thank you, Pratima ji, for always your compliments and for everything. And thank you, Akshay, for always your beautiful appreciation and your gratitude. So, okay, so amazing. Thank you, Kuldeep ji. You're always ever kind. So, all right. And good to see you here today, this morning. I'm good to see you, Meetu. Happy to see you next to Usha ji. Lovely. So, all right. Everyone, let's have a wonderful, wonderful day, an absolutely satisfying Saturday. And just a reminder, please schedule your group calls for tomorrow. Talk to each other. What is your learning? What have you learned? What are you not being able to work on? What support do you want from your Sangha Mitras? Do you want them to check on you because you're not sending your gratitude or your affirmations or your reflections aren't happening enough? Please, please, please schedule that call. I hope everyone's had the call. Yeah, Manish, back to you. Yes.
Ma'am, one more question. After reading these things, learning so much, evolving day by day, shall I stop worrying at all?
Yeah, of course. Worry will not take us anywhere. छोड़ दो ऊपर वाले के हाथ में. Let the universe take care of it. Surrender. Who are we to worry? We are here to be the channels of love and light. Just flow in love. Sab ho jayega. This too shall pass. Keep moving, keep walking. That's all. Worry करने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Nothing. All is well. Absolutely, Kunal. All is absolutely wonderfully well. So we have nothing to be scared of. Yes, Ruchi, my dear. Please share. You have to unmute yourself. Yes.
Yes. I'm audible now?
Absolutely.
Good morning, Dee. This is regarding that past life regression which you told us. So I tried doing it. I don't know whether I did it right or not. I did it 4 times.
पहली बार तो सब राइट होता है. दिमाग में निकाल दो कि कुछ सही नहीं होता. सब सही होता है. अच्छा, 4 times किया. Okay.
Because initially when I did it for twice, so I actually went till the door. जो कहते हैं ना waterfall के beach there is a door. And after that, I'm not able to see anything at all. I opened the door and it just kept standing. And then I, run out of patience. I said, nothing is happening to me. And I just came out of it. My husband also did it. So I tell his story later on, let him tell himself. So then he said, Kiara, you have to still keep on going. It's okay if you're not seeing anything. I said, okay. But then that curiosity, it was there in my mind. Okay, what is there? I really want to experience it. So then what I did it in the night also. When, my son and husband, they both slept, I said, कि नहीं मुझे जानना है because I really want to experience. And still, I didn't say anything. I just went off sleep. And next day, आपने भी बोला कि you should do it क्योंकि आप high self से connect करिए, to proceed further. And ask a question. तो मैंने अपने आप से दिमाग से question पूछा. I seek approval from a higher self and inner self. I said कि please, I want to get into it. Please help me to see. Again, I did it in the morning. And I just completely slept off. वो breathing का हुआ, I slept and then I just wake up when everybody was sharing the experience. So I'm not able to see anything at all.
So आपने शायद ये भी सुना हो, वसुधा बोलती हैं कि अगर आपको नींद भी आ जाए तो आप healing हो रही है.
Healing हो रही है, right?
So अभी आप थोड़ा सा patient रहें, let your body heal. अगर आप किसी के beyond नहीं देख पा रहे, रात को नींद आ रही, दिन में आ रही, it's okay. It's okay. It's absolutely all right. And the day you're a little open and receptive, where you will enjoy the meditation as a meditation and not PLR, आपको दिखना शुरू हो जाएगा. अभी problem क्या है? हम अरे क्या होगा? We have a little fear also, right? तो डर भी क्या वहाँ अटक जाएंगे क्या वहाँ रह जाएंगे क्या? लोगों में ये भी होता है. So उस fear से हम नहीं देख पाते. मैं तो ऐसे केक वॉक में चली जाती हूँ, but मेरे साथ भी हुआ. I've seen 23 lives अब तक. एक बार या 2 बार हुआ that I could not see. मैं भी सो गई. मेरी बड़ी बेटिया, she's almost 19, वो सो जाती है. उसके तो खराटे शुरू होते हैं जो कभी नहीं आते. उसकी इतनी healing होती है that she starts snoring. It's okay. My younger one can see her life very easily. मम्मा ये हुआ. So it's okay. It's all right. So Vasudha does say that healing होती है जब हम सो भी जाते हैं.
Right.
हाँ, rather than saying कि मैंने कुछ देखा नहीं, it's good to say कि अरे हाँ healing हो रही है भाई, I'm ready for it. अगर हम बोलते हैं हमने देखा नहीं तो हमने नहीं देखा, आगे भी यही होने वाला है. तथास्तु, your higher self in the universe is saying whatever you want, you get.
So as in how frequent we should try it? I mean, क्या मैंने गलत करा? I did it thrice in a day.
ना ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, but I say because हम लोग बहुत शुरू में जर्नी शुरू कर रहे हैं, give a couple of days gap. But तुमने सुबह शाम भी किया, next day भी किया, it's okay. But क्या होता है उससे थोड़ी सी frustration हो जाती है.
Right, and body becomes very heavy. मतलब मेरे को उस टाइम पे when I waked up, मेरे को मेरे legs नहीं move हो रहे थे, ऐसा लग रहा था और shoulder से लेकर leg तक as if my body weight has, you know, it becomes double.
So क्यों हो रहा है? क्योंकि आप stressed हो रहे हो, बहुत frustration या apprehension हो रही है, and आप body को force कर रहे हो. जबकि PLR में force नहीं होता, बस smoothly flow करना होता है. अपने आप let the magic happen. You know, आपको बस आपने intention कर दी, उसके बाद just say let the best thing happen for me, whatever it is. It's okay.
Thank you.
तुमने मुझे इतना excite कर दिया, I think I want to do it now. Rather than studies, I feel like doing it now. I want to see now.
मुझे आपका सुनने के बाद ज्यादा हुआ कि मैंने कहा how Prachi is sing everything so beautifully as if she just watched a movie and I'm not able to see anything at all.
I watch movies only. मेरा तो life की movies ही चलती है. And now my family is a part of it, so it's fun talking. तुमने क्या देखा?
Right. And for Tanir, it's like, you know, Love Aajkal movies is going on. At times he seems himself as a foreigner. फिर वो कभी यहाँ पर आ जाते हैं, so वो कह रहे हैं मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा. At times I get into, I see railway station. At times I see metro. So उनके साथ भी ऐसे ही हो रहा है. But at least he's still, you know, able to see few of the images.
So आपने कई लोग को और भी सुना होगा जो मेरे students ही थे, मेरे साथ seekers थे. अभी first time try किया उनको दिख गया, right? So it's not like it's like just people can see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. And one of my co-seekers, Rupal, she was an African queen.
African, yeah. I heard.
मुझे Africa पसंद है, you know, इस life में.
Right.
So that's why. So it's good to know. It's good to go and see it. Yes, my dear Meetu, you have a question or you have to share something, or Ausha ji?
Bol.
No, you can hear you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Meetu.
Thank you so much, Prachi. I was really missing the meditations and the sessions.
Just come when Usha ji is doing it.
Just was really. I on the PLR part, I would just like to share that I did PLR twice, and I was able to see things very clearly, and it was a wonderful experience. And in fact, few things which bother me, which used to bother me earlier, I was able to get answers to them in my first PLR. And all thanks to your explanation that one has to just go with the flow and not worry about. I remember, Prachi, in our last session, somebody shared that, you know, they're not seeing anything. Then you said that, you know, you just have to not overthink it. Just whatever comes to your mind, whatever image you see, just kind of, you know, go with that flow. So one has to be really relaxed, and I would suggest doing it right after you do your meditation in the morning, because I think that's the time when you're most mentally relaxed, and that's the time when I also did it, and I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, my dear. Kunal ji, ये आपकी पहली life नहीं है. Don't think you're a baby and infant in the world. You've lived a long life. So ये 84 लाख यूनियन तो कर ही चुके हो, and human life भी first नहीं है. First होती तो यहाँ spiritual journey में नहीं आते. So definitely there's a lot attached. Kamakshi, I'm glad you had a good experience with your PLR, just the way Meetu had, and good to hear all of you. So it's nice. Yes, Manish. Yeah, I think students होते हैं ना best ABC, Manish का category top page, Gyasu, just like me. I'm like you, Manish. With my teachers, I'm asking all the time questions. Yes, please.
Able to mute myself.
हाँ, मैंने कर दिया, आपको पता है.
You must have done PLR so many times. So do you think, do you see different things at different sessions, or same, sometimes same?
Never same.
Every time different session, different things.
Every time different.
Okay.
And now I know why I love to travel. हर country में तो रह चुकी हूँ. So, you know, it's beautiful. हर religion क्या ले चुकी हूँ. That's why I realize I'm not a religious person because I love all religions. So I have a lot of answers to my past also. I told you so many times I have questions, I get answers. So every time is different, never the same.
Okay.
And twice I haven't seen also. I've slept. 25 times I've attempted. And वो तो मेरे sessions में है. उसके पहले तो I've been doing since 2015. So Vasudha Bajoria is my healer therapist for a long time now. That's why I called her with everyone in the morning, just because I wanted everyone to see what it's all about. And it's really been helpful. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for sharing your life.
Ma'am, is
Yeah.
it possible that you invite Vasudha ma'am and we could do PLR in the session?
Again and again, जरूरत नहीं है. PLR का हम already कर चुके recorded session है ही. So दोबारा आके वो क्या करवाएगी जो नहीं करवा चुकी उस session में. Yeah. So Vasudha can come again. It's not a problem. But the idea is just to have them once and we have the recorded session. So it's like we are being guided. Vasu can come again. It's not a big deal, but I don't feel the need. Like for crystals, definitely, Bindu Myra coming is a good idea because she's never done that before for all of us. So yeah, can look at it.
Okay.
Recordings for what, Arvindji? So please ask your core members in your group, Arvindji and Vijayji, so that your group members can share it. Because all of that is shared. Otherwise, I think many of you haven't yet become subscribers of Born 121 for Life. It's YouTube channel. Go on it. There are playlists में Sunday reflections में आपको सारे मिल जाएंगे. बहुत कुछ और भी खजाना है वहाँ पर. So you no, just go yourself and do it, Arvind. Go on Born 121 for Life. Go on the YouTube channel. Go on the things, and of course, Kunal will be sharing as well. But I actually want each one of you to become independent and find your own resources. Of course, people have your back and they will share it. But it's nice to have. Yeah, you have definitely missed because you have joined late, Arvindji. So that's okay. So, all right, everyone, have a blessed Saturday. Let's meet each other on a soulful Sunday with something more. And I strongly request everyone to go through your soulmate session and to go through your PLR. It's nice to know that you're on that journey, and then we can take the next step forward. So lots of love, lots of light. Take care, stay blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you.